podcast. I'm your host, Kaycee, and I have Jess with me. Hey, Jess.
Hello, everybody.
So we are super stoked to talk about one of our very, very, very favorite shows. And this is a bonus episode. This is not a Hallmarkies thing. But since it's super iconic and since we just had the reunion of this very iconic show, we thought it'd be appropriate to talk about Friends.
Yeah. And I don't have any cool backgrounds or clothing like Kaycee, but I do have some props, like my Lego set, Chandler in the boat with the chick.
The duck? Did you find the duck?
Huh?
Did you find the duck?
I do. The duck's over here.
Oh, the duck.
Here's the duck.
He's so cute. We found the chick and the duck.
Quack, quack. We have the one with the chick and the duck. All right. Anyway.
So real quick, since we're talking about Legos, how long did it take for you to put the Lego set together?
1 night.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
I think I finished it the first night.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not a slow Lego person. I'm like, this set is getting built and it's big. It's a big set. So it's both the apartments and they connect together with the hallway. And then I have Central Perk that I got at Christmas. So I basically have the set of Friends.
You have the set of Friends in Lego form.
And I got all the characters and I got some of them as props for today. So.
Oh, yay. So exciting. Well, I don't have any of that, but I would like, if anybody wants to send me some like Friends Legos, like hit us up. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I have my Friends shirt that I got from Target, and they're like super, super young on here. This is
it's like season 1 Friends.
Season 1 Friends. And then of course we are in Central Park. So that's fun too. But anyway, so Jess, how did you discover Friends? Because when Friends came out, we were little
babies. I was like 2 when it came out.
I was season. Like 4 when it came out.
I didn't start watching it when I was 2. I know, crazy. I started watching it. It was around college, so it was probably like 2021-ish. And it was funny. I just happened to catch in. So we didn't have. We never had cable. It wasn't on cable, so I didn't really watch a whole lot of TV like that growing up, and I wasn't allowed to watch shows like that growing up. So I wasn't allowed to watch it until I was an adult, which is fine. Like there's definitely like things I don't agree with morally in the show, but I think what really locked me into Friends was the humor. I love the sarcasm of Chandler. Like that's my niche. And so I discovered it in college. I just happened to catch an episode that was airing, like a rerun, and I thought it was really good. And I'm a all-in kind of person. So I was like, I really like this. I see the potential in the show. And so I went out and I bought the entire series.
So you like saw 1 or 2 episodes and you were like, okay, we're buying 10 seasons of it.
I'm like, go big or go home.
Wow. It's a good thing you actually like enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, but I'm glad I did because, I have the full DVD set and there is a lot of stuff in the DVDs that gets cut out on the reruns that aired on Netflix or on other, platforms now. So there's like a lot of times I'll watch something and I'm like, they're missing this joke. And it was a really good joke. Where is the joke?
Yeah. Like sometimes when you and I will watch it together, I'm like a couple minutes ahead of you because they've cut things out. And so, yeah, that is a bummer. I really should invest in getting like the Blu-ray edition. I think I'm waiting for, I don't know, some fancy, like
you should have done it.
30th year anniversary of Friends. But yeah, I really should invest in it because I was relying on Netflix and then I'm now relying on HBO Max, but so yeah. But okay, so I discovered Friends. I've always known about Friends because it was such an iconic show in the 90s. And I remember seeing them like all over the billboards and all over the magazine stands and all of that. So I was very well aware of Friends, but again, I was way too young to watch it. However, my friend, so I guess her mom was really into it. She was a younger mom. And so my friend would watch it with her mom when we were in like middle school, and she would email me because like I had moved away, and she'd email me pictures of Matthew Perry because she was like obsessed with him. She had the biggest crush on Matthew Perry. And I'm like, okay. Like I totally didn't get it. I was like, I guess he's cute, but this is weird because he's older. Can he be any more old? Okay. But yeah, so yeah, so I think I was a senior in high school, and my a different friend was like, "Oh, you need to watch Friends. It's so funny." So I started watching it. And so, yeah, that was kind of my introduction to Friends, was that I think it was my senior year of high school. So, yeah. And I really love the camaraderie of the six, and the humor, and just the relationships and everything. I thought that was super fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like it's so rare, like in today's television, to have a series that runs that long where all the main cast stays.
Yeah.
I mean, that was more common back then, because I feel like a lot of the older sitcoms, that is true. But like now it's like you have people leaving left and right, it seems like, out of their shows. And so it's, I mean, I think, you know, if any one of them had left, it would really have changed a lot of the shows. So,
yeah. And I want to say all six of them have been in every single episode. Like usually you have like one where somebody's on vacation because they couldn't film for one reason or another. But like Friends was a very much an ensemble cast. And like I've read that I think it was David Schwimmer who pitched to like the network to get paid. Everybody gets paid the same. Because I think in the beginning, everybody had different pays. And I think the intention was for like, I think it was Phoebe and Chandler were going to be like the secondary friends, but they were like, no, like we need to be, if this is going to be an ensemble cast, it needs to be like all six of us.
Right.
And I think that's what played into a lot of their success, is because there was no competition, because they were all getting paid the same. They had the same amount of screen time, the same amount of like storyline plots and everything. So like you didn't feel like one or two people were leading the show, because it could have easily
it really
been
didn't.
Rachel and Ross show.
Right. And they talked about that in the reunion, that it was like nobody was really the main person here. They were the true ensemble cast. And I think that's absolutely correct.
Yeah. Yeah. And I really think that's why it lasted for 10 years. And I think that's another reason why it keeps going, because let's be for real, it's 2021. Like this show is old.
Yeah. It ended in 2004.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was nearly 2 decades ago.
Yeah. We're old.
I know. And
not the others grow old, not me.
They still had the big phones.
Yeah, the big phones, the pagers.
Oh my goodness.
All that stuff.
All the things that date it. But anyway.
But
it's a very iconic show. And I think for me, it's like a comfort show. It's like something I'll put on in the background. I just want to listen to it. So I have it memorized, so I don't even need to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really kind of like so when I was younger, I would watch it. Well, I would like watch it on Nick at Night, but it was kind of like I'm doing laundry and it's in the background, kind of like what you said. But like recently, especially with like such a crazy year and just life gets really busy and different things happen, I started rewatching it mostly for Sorry, that was my dog. That was my dog, Carl, if you heard a shake. But
it sounded like good drums.
No, it's my dog. He just decided to walk in here. Carl. What I was saying was that with like in recent days, I've put it back on and I'm like, oh, this show really is funny. And it's really just lightened my mood with just the comedic timing and everything. And I'm, I find myself laughing. I find myself in a better mood at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So what would you say your favorite episode or moments would be?
Okay, I don't have a single favorite episode, but I definitely have some that I like more than others. Okay. So I really like the one where Ross is fine, aka not fine. I also like the one the morning after where they're all locked in the room while Ross and Rachel are having their fight. I love them in the room.
Yes.
Just like eating the wax and like listening through the door.
That one's a good one. That episode is so well done. So well done with Ross and Rachel and David Schwimmer and Jennifer Aniston's like their acting and like the tension and the buildup, and then the comedy in the room with the other four, and then you kind of see it like it gets stressful and then it's funny, stressful, funny, and then it just kind of like gets really sad on both ends. Like you have this nice arc in that.
Yeah. So. It is very well put together. And then of course, like so many of the Thanksgiving ones. I really like the one, I forget the actual title. Maybe it's like the one where everybody's late or something to the Thanksgiving and they get the prize for Emma. Yes, beauty pageant.
Yes, and Joey sticks his head in the door.
Yeah, he gets his head stuck in the door.
Yeah, that one is a good one too. I was actually going to say that was one of my favorite Thanksgiving ones. And I love that one because Monica and Chandler get their baby. Or they get the call. And I was not expecting that when I was watching it. I thought it was going to be some ridiculous, like, thing with the friends. And then they get the phone call. And I was like, oh.
Right. And it was so necessary because they needed that to be, so it wasn't a ruined Thanksgiving at that point. So they needed that moment for Monica and Chandler.
Yeah. And I feel like that redeemed Thanksgiving for Chandler because he hates Thanksgiving.
Now he's going to love Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Any other ones?
I also really like the one with the lottery.
Oh, is that the one when they're on the balcony and like somebody dumps the tickets on the street?
And Emma says her first word, gleba. She's gonna be a scientist.
That must thrill your soul.
It as a chemist, yes, it does. I was like, yes.
Those are good ones.
How about you?
I have to say the one that I always go to if I need like a laugh out loud moment is the one where everybody finds out. I think it is so funny. I personally, I think season 5, and this is going to go into my next question, but season 5 for me is just the pinnacle of comedy because you have the whole like Monica and Chandler hiding their relationship. So you have that aspect and everyone's like finding out in different ways and different moments. And then you kind of see when everybody does find out, and Monica and Chandler can be public about like Facebook official. You see that new fresh relationship. We've gone from friends to lovers, but the one where everybody finds out, it's just the physical comedy of it with Phoebe and, her screaming like my eyes, or when she's like trying to come on to Chandler and she's just like going to like moving her body. I think that one is so funny. The other one I really love is I think it's another Thanksgiving episode. It is, it's Thanksgiving and Monica and Chandler have to fess up to her parents that they're dating. And that's also the one where Rachel makes the beef and the trifle.
Oh, the one where Ross is high.
Yes.
I love that one too. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yes. That one is so funny because I love it when Monica and Ross get into it. too. Just that sibling relationship, and when they're like throwing each other under the bus.
Hurricane Gloria didn't break the porch swing. Monica did. I know they really played that relationship really well. I mean, they played a little juvenile for them, but I think that's what makes it funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like they're two children.
Yes, for sure.
Fighting.
Oh no, you're good. I was gonna say with Monica and Ross, I would say like there were some times where I was kind of like, y'all are too close for siblings. Like, I don't know. I would not be cuddling with my brother that way. But that's just me. But you know, I also think too, with Ross being the older brother, I think that also makes I feel like it makes more sense because like he's the protective one over Monica. And in a sense, she also is like a protective mother hen too for him and the rest of the group. But those are a few episodes. And of course, because I'm a romantic, I love the Monica Chandler relationship. They are like couple goals, and the proposal is so sweet. I just like I get all squealy over it. I just think it's so sweet. I think that relationship is super fun because when you watch early episodes, you can tell that they're very close. And then I think it's season 4 when they're on the beach and Chandler's like, well, if I'm the only guy left in the world, would you date me? And she's like, nah. And I kind of wonder if that was kind of them trying to hint maybe a little bit that Chandler did have a crush on Monica. Like, you know, you kind of like, oh, you know, she's cute or whatever. So I kind of wonder if that was kind of something that they were starting to kind of
playing with a little bit, the idea.
Just kind of like throwing little, you know, nuggets, the new relationship. So those are a few of my favorite episodes and moments. Do you have a favorite season? Because I just shared season 5 for me is where I think it's so funny.
I actually don't have a favorite season. I think there's like little things in all the seasons that I like because, you know, they change pretty drastically from the beginning to the end. And so for me, that makes it really hard to pinpoint a favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I would say, yeah, I think season 4 is also another funny one. I think season 3 and 4 is really when they hit their stride. Season 2 is also good. I mean, they're all good. I mean, it ran for 10 years. So like makes sense. But
there's something there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Do you have a favorite friend?
I think probably either Chandler or Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, Chandler, obviously just the comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And Ross, just because I love his nerdiness. And he's just so funny. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe Ross sometimes. He's quirky in his own fun little way.
Yeah.
About things.
He's kind of like a lovable nerd.
Yeah.
Despite his very human ways.
Yes.
Saying the wrong name at the altar.
Yeah. Ross has made some mistakes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think deep down, you know, he's really got a good heart too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that's another thing with the 6 characters is they are very flawed humans, but I think they're also very well intended. But so I think it balances their characters out, right? Because you could easily dislike, or you could easily make a character so dislikable,
right?
Just so frustrated with them. But with this being 1, a comedy, and then 2, with their characters being in a relatable part of life, it's, you kind of forgive them for their mishaps and their mistakes,
Yeah.
You kind of relate to that.
Definitely.
Yeah. I would say my favorite character is probably Monica. I don't know. I feel like I relate to her a little more, just being such a control freak about stuff that Jess could probably attest to. That's why we're friends. See, she likes
exactly
the Ross and Chandler, and then like there's me, crazy loud and a control freak. With different kinds of towels, which Jess can also testify to.
Fancy guest.
I do. I have beach towels. I have guest towels. I have kid hooded towels. I have kid non-hooded towels.
I just have towels.
I have our fancy bath towels, and then I have our regular bath towels.
So would you say Monica is the character that you are most like in real life?
I would probably say I think maybe in some aspects, but I also think I have a hint of, I think I'm a mix between Monica and Chandler, because the wit and the sarcasm in real life, I can be very salty at times and very quick with certain people if you get me in the right mood. And then I would also say I'm probably a lot like Rachel too. I'd probably combine the three of them because I do like being super extra and girly. Like I like having my hair done, having my makeup done, and just, being there. So I think I would say I'm a mix between the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I'm definitely most like Chandler with hints of Ross and Monica. Because I got the science and I'm very organized, except for my room. But most other aspects of my life are really organized. I'm very organized at work. But I think I'm most like Chandler because I am very sarcastic and very awkward. Socially awkward. It reminds me of his line. I'm desperate and awkward or what is the line?
Oh,
it's desperate for love or something.
Yeah.
I'm hopeless and awkward and desperate for love.
That's it. Yes. That's it. Yeah. So neither of us relate to Joey.
Well, I have Joey's 2 pizzas. I love pizza.
Oh, and I have Phoebe's
I am the food part of Joey all the way.
Yes. Good part of Joey. Joey's 2 pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So you can have Joey's 2 pizzas and I will have Phoebe's guitar.
There you go.
Because I can play Smelly Cat.
Phoebe comes with a guitar.
Oh, Phoebe's in her tiny guitar.
Legos. And we got to see her play again. Oops, I just popped her hair off. Okay. There goes my prop.
There you go. Yeah, we did get to see them. So let's talk about the reunion.
Yeah, segue
reunion. Okay, I did not realize this, but apparently this is the first time that the 6 of them have been together publicly since the show wrapped in 2004. And they've only been together, the 6 of them, in the same room one other time, which was at Courtney Cox's house in 2019, which is like mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
And at first I was kind of like, whoa, how do you do something? How do you work with people for 10 years and like never see them again? But then I realized, like, I think David Schwimmer moved to the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And so like he's not going to just hop on a plane to have dinner with people, unless it's pre-planned or whatever. And then I know like during that time when the show wrapped, they were in their early 30s and some of them had families and had small children. And then that gets really hard and life gets
right.
busy. And then I'm sure they had other projects with, and things were being crisscrossed. So, like once I actually thought about it, I was like, well, I guess that makes sense because coordinating 6 people's schedules, that's pretty hard.
It's kind of hard.
I mean, it's hard enough for 9 of us on Hallmarkies podcast to come on a Zoom together.
Yeah. A Zoom,
a 30-minute Zoom meeting for planning. So, I mean, 6 people, that would be hard. So I like taking a step back. I was like, yeah, that would be hard to get everybody together in the same room. So what would you say would be your favorite parts of this reunion, the unscripted reunion?
Okay, so I really liked how they opened it for starters, like with just them just catching their initial reactions of walking back onto those sets for the first time. I thought that was really special, and seeing them react to each other. I love that they did trivia. Oh, I forgot to say that's one of my favorite episodes, the one with the embryos.
Yes.
With the trivia. So I'm so glad they incorporated that. And the table reads were fun too, because it was just like they're right back into it.
I love that they did the table reads. That was a really fun touch.
Yeah, and you got to see Lisa do my eyes.
She did that so well.
She got so back into it. Like she was like all in, and I love Lisa. And she has the greatest laugh, like the best laugh ever.
I have to say Lisa Kudrow is probably a very underrated actress because I mean, of course, like all 6 of them are fantastic, right? I think, and Jennifer Aniston was America's sweetheart. Courtney Cox had been a big name, and then Lisa Kudrow, I feel like, had always been the third when you're thinking of the girls. But like when you actually sit back and watch her, how she is in real life, and then you watch her as Phoebe on Friends, and then you see her in other in other TV shows, you're like, for me, I'm just like, this woman is a brilliant actress. Yeah.
And we got to see her play Smelly Cat again.
Okay, so this is a hot take. No, this is no disrespect to Lady Gaga, but I have to say I was a little sad that it wasn't Taylor Swift singing Smelly Cat with Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah, I said the same thing when we were watching because Taylor loves Friends and she loves cats. And she has done it with Lisa before on stage. And I thought that would have been really fun to have them together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, no offense to Lady Gaga, but I'm like, I just felt like the connection with Taylor would have been stronger, but maybe she couldn't, be there or whatever.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So that would have been fun to see.
Yeah. I did love the entrance of everybody. I was very much like, because everybody was just crying when they're walking in. But I think I'd be the same way, spending 10 very crucial years of your life with this, like the same group of people and the same set. And it's such a nostalgic thing,
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think Courtney Cox had said in an interview once that she kind of indicated she's not a super like nostalgic-y person. Like she didn't take anything from the set, but she wishes she did. But like she was literally sobbing.
She was the first one to cry, I think.
Yeah. Everyone's handing her tissues, and then Matt LeBlanc's like trying to cheer her up, and it's like, remember that time I erased your lines that you'd written on the table? But yeah, it was so sweet just seeing them see the set for the first time and reunite with each other and everything. Was there anything that you wish you would have seen?
Seeing Taylor play with Phoebe, I think would have been fun. And maybe just like having, we talked when we were chatting, having some of the other, for the fashion show, maybe having some of the other side characters come back, like Cole Sprouse, who played Ben.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Like Baby Emma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was my thing. Like the fashion show was a fun little thing. I thought it was a little weird, but I thought it was weird because they had people that weren't even on the show.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, you could have gotten the guy who, I mean, I don't know, maybe they weren't unavailable, maybe they tried, who knows? But I feel like they could have gotten people like one of Ross's ex-girlfriends or Tag or, like you said, Cole Sprouse to wear the Sputnik, just to keep it Friends related. So that part was a little weird for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing that I kind of wish we would have seen. I kind of wish we would have seen different bloopers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I've seen all of those bloopers before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have too. But like some of the behind the scenes stuff that wasn't bloopers was new. So that was kind of fun to see, like just them like being themselves on set.
Yeah.
In between takes. And we even got to see Matt LeBlanc dislocate his shoulder.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even watch it because I'm like, oh, his shoulders, like his arms, like way down here. Oh.
I was surprised they showed it. It didn't bother me, but I was a little surprised. But that was interesting. I didn't really see it actually dislocated it in that scene. So that's a fun little background tidbit.
Yeah. I had heard that, but I've never seen that clip before. But what was also nice to see too is when they were filming, you can see all of them fill with concern. Mm-hmm. Like at first they're like, haha. And, Matt LeBlanc stands up and he's just like, yeah, this is great. And then goes into the other room and you hear him yelling. And then you see David Schwimmer, like all of a sudden he's like, oh no, like this is really serious.
Yeah, we need a minute here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, what did you think about the reunion overall? I mean, compared to other TV shows that have done these reunion type of things, like how'd you feel about it overall?
I really enjoyed it. I mean, I guess I haven't seen many other shows reunions. I've only seen a couple, but I thought it was fun to watch. Like it's very nostalgic. So yeah, and I thought they had some good stuff in there. I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was very well done. Mm-hmm. Because I've seen a lot of different reunion shows where it's kind of the same old. Mm-hmm. But I thought this one was interesting enough to keep your attention. They brought enough new things, new information, new stories mm-hmm. that kind of, kept your attention.
Yeah. And they really pieced the episode together well, like just the way they edited it, like how they set up the joke about who has the best laugh, and they set it up for Maggie Wheeler to come on and do her iconic laugh.
Yes, that was pretty perfect.
Can't believe you didn't say it was me.
And how she told the story, how she came up with the laugh.
Yeah, I had heard it was like an accidental thing that just kind of stuck.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that. I didn't realize she was basically nervous that she wasn't going to be as funny as Matthew Perry and was like, okay, I got to do something to, balance the humor. So that was super fun for sure.
Yeah, and we got to see Jack and Judy Geller.
Oh my!
Having them in the audience.
I know that they should. Do you think that they should come back for another reunion, reboot, whatever? They talk a little bit about this on the reunion, mm-hmm. And Courtney says something along the lines of like, for her, this moment, it was, as they were wrapping up the shoot, it was actually kind of sad for them because this would be, in her words, this would be the last time that they'd ever be asked about the show publicly.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it would be hard for them at this point to come back and do that and still make it fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it happening. I mean, I think I would still be excited if it ever did. But I don't think it wouldn't necessarily happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with what Lisa Kudrow said. I don't think they should have a reboot at this time. I mean, they're all in their 50s, number one. And like at that time, it's kind of like we already wrapped them in a nice, like everybody had a nice little bow attached to them, and like everybody has happily ever afters. And so like why undo that is kind of what the idea was that Lisa Kudrow had said. And I agree with that. Like, I like knowing that they all have happy little families.
Yeah.
And they're doing their thing, and we can just kind of leave them be and just have them as a nice wrapped up present.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, sometimes reboots are not
good.
Great. Like it worked for Fuller House.
It did work for Fuller House.
It worked for Fuller House.
I think it was because they were children when they were on it, and so they had enough fresh material to bring them back as people, like as adults.
Yes.
Starting their own families. They basically did the same thing over again, but with them as the adults. So that's why I think that was successful.
Yes. 100% agree. I think with, with Monica and Chandler and Rachel and Ross and Phoebe and Joey, like, they already went through all the 10 years of drama,
Mm-hmm.
And so you go through all of that, and then you do get to a point in life where it's just life happening, and you're doing your own thing with your families, and everything's, people are maturing, because I mean, I'm going to be 31, not the same person as 21, but there was a lot of growth in those 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that also makes the show really relatable to you, because, once they started getting their families and everything, and things were settling with their jobs, and they kind of started finding a rhythm, like, why disrupt that?
Yeah.
So, yes, the Friends reunion. And it is a little sad to really think, if you really think about Courtney's statement, it is actually kind of sad if you think about it, because like there's nothing else that they could be asked. They've all people have beaten Friends. Like we've gotten all the information you can. Like they can only tell the same stories over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I think this came at a perfect time too, with people coming out of isolation and things opening up, and it's just like a nice time for it to, to bring back that nostalgia and everything. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But well done, Friends. Well done. Okay, so in true Friends fashion, we couldn't end this episode without some Friends trivia.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yes.
I love trivia, especially Friends trivia. I got
Friends
this.
Trivia.
I hope.
Nobody will be losing their apartments due to
I didn't agree to that. I thought
the show.
I thought we were trading.
No. Well, actually, you know what? You can have Carl. Come on. Okay. I'll bet you my dog. You can come pick him up.
I will take him. The stakes have been raised. See my hand? Steady hand. All right, let's do it.
Alrighty.
I can start with you. I think I have more questions than you have for me. So
I have 5.
I have 7.
Oh, I can get 2 more.
Give me 2 more. Let's do this.
All right, go ahead.
Mine are so random. I thought of them at 4 a.m. this morning, I guess, before I went to bed.
Oh, geez.
Yes, I'm a night owl for those who didn't catch that. All right, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. In the one with all the cheesecake, whose cheesecake do they steal and where is it from?
Oh, Mrs. Braverman's from downstairs. Mama's Little Bakery in Chicago, Illinois.
Perfect. Ding, ding, ding.
I just watched that episode. That's another one of my favorite episodes because I feel like that would be me.
Eating it off the floor?
I mean, as long as it didn't touch the floor.
Joey just comes fork in pocket. All right. Where were we? Or what do we got? Or whatever he said.
Okay. My question for you is, what was the name of Chandler and Ross's college band?
Oh gosh. All I can remember is the name of the song Emotional Knapsack. Oh, I'm gonna fail this now, aren't I? Oh shoot. Okay. Can I have a hint?
It's 3 words and 2 repeat. And it's
I can see the scene where they talk about it. They're like at the bulletin board.
And they I feel like it was maybe one of those like 80s slang sayings.
I don't remember. Shoot.
Oh, it's way. No way.
No way. Oh. Dang. Okay. Not good for Jess. Okay. I got to step it up. Question 2 for you. In the one where Chandler doesn't like dogs, what is the name of the dog that Phoebe is hiding?
Oh, shoot. I just watched this one too. Oh, shoot. It was small.
Mm-hmm.
He was allergic.
Mm-hmm.
It was white. I can only think of Mrs. Whiskerson, but that's the cat. Fluffy?
No, he's in the bag. And then Phoebe's holding again, waves his paw. Hello, my name is...
I don't know.
Clunkers.
Oh, Clunkers. Yeah, I would not have gotten that. Okay. Ross and Rachel's wedding dinner was held where in Vegas?
Say that again?
Ross and Rachel's wedding dinner was held where in Vegas? So they get married. They're drunk as can be. They get married. And then they have dinner somewhere. Now, we never see the dinner, but they mention it.
Pizza Hut?
Yes! That's correct.
Ross, I'm too good for the Hut. Okay. All right, we're tied 1-1. All right. Number 3. In the one with the rumor, what does Will say his 2 greatest enemies are?
Rachel Green and yams. Carbs.
What kind of carbs?
Complex carbohydrates.
There you go.
Yes.
Woo! All right.
Okay. How many roses did Ross send to Emily? It was one for
80?
every day they were in love, or
87?
Lower. Good start though. Good start on the random number.
40 something?
No, higher.
Okay. 78.
You're close. 72.
Oh, 72.
72.
Didn't get that one. All right. Number 4. In the one with the baby shower, Joey preps to be the host of Bamboozled. In the game, you spin the wheel of mayhem to go up the ladder of chance, go past the mud hut, through the rainbow ring to get to the golden monkey, yank his tail, and boom, you're in.
Oh. The Golden Temple?
Nope.
I don't know.
Paradise Pond.
Oh, I would have never gotten that one. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Phoebe thought Kenny, the copy guy, was who?
Ralph Lauren.
Yes.
We're tied again. Okay. Number 5. In the one with Phoebe's husband, what is the name of Phoebe's husband? Her first husband.
The ice skater.
Yes. What is his name?
Mr. Ice Skater.
No. Although she does call him like Mr. Ice Capades or something at one point. His name is Duncan.
Duncan. That's right. Oh,
we gotta step it up.
I gotta step it up.
Both gotta step it up.
Okay. What classic book does Rachel make Joey read and then accidentally spoils?
Little Women.
That's correct. That was another one of my favorite bantery moments between Rachel and Joey when they're like spoiling the books for each other. And she's like, Beth dies. She's like, no. I didn't mean it.
Beth dies? All right. Number 6. How many sisters does Joey have?
7.
Yes. Oh, we're tied again.
Yay.
Our last questions. Oh, gosh.
Okay. Who stole all the insoles out of Chandler's shoes?
Eddie?
That's correct.
All right. Well, my last question for you. In the one where Ross is fine, Ross gives a speech about love. He uses an acronym. What does each letter in love stand for, according to Ross's acronym? LOVE, love. L is for?
I
didn't even have to really look this up. Come on.
Oh, no. L is, oh gosh, I can see it in my head.
It's got the margarita.
Yes.
L is for what is without love.
I
thought this one was going to be easier.
No, this one.
Life.
Oh, yeah. Okay. L is for life.
For what is life without love?
O
is for
I'm frozen. I feel
this is embarrassing.
Awkward. Desperate.
Who's going to start with O?
Oh.
You're saying part of it.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
It's for? Oh, wow. V is for
listen, I haven't seen this season yet. I'm in season 8.
Oh, this is my favorite speech, Kaycee.
I know. It is so good. It is good. I just don't remember it because I haven't seen it in a really long time. I've just seen the GIFs.
B is for this surprising turn of events.
Oh, very surprising turn of events. E. E is for I have no idea.
How extremely normal I find it that you two are together.
And I am fine.
Which I am totally fine with, by the way. Oh, Kaycee, you failed that one.
No, I did fail that one.
That was no bueno.
No bueno.
All right. Got one more for me, I think?
Yes. What is Chandler Bing's job?
Besides a transponster. They said on the reunion he doesn't have a job, but Monica totally said it in one episode that he did data reconfiguration and something else.
Yes.
I don't know what the second half of that is, but the first part was data reconfiguration. And statistical analysis?
Yes, he is. Chandler works in statistical analysis and data reconfiguration, but is now a junior copywriter in advertising.
Also a transponster.
And a transponster.
That's not even a word.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't believe they said that he didn't have a job. That nobody knows. I'm like, they said it.
they did say it. Maybe it was because yeah.
I guess she was more explaining what he did and saying what his actual job was.
Yeah. He worked at he did numbers.
Yeah, he crunched numbers.
He crunched numbers.
I always thought of him kind of like an accountant.
Yeah, I always thought of him as kind of like a IT nerd.
Yeah. But I think I won that one. I have 5 points and you have 3.
And you can have my dog.
I get Carl.
Carl.
I'll sign him up. Florida.
Yes.
Oh, that was fun. That was so fun.
So fun. Well, 236 episodes, 10 years, 100 billion views in over 200 countries. Well done, friends.
Well done.
Well done. All righty.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap on Friends. So if you enjoyed this bonus episode of Friends and you've watched the reunion, let us know. You can find us at Hallmarkies Podcast on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Be sure to check out our merch store. We have lots of fun things there. Make sure you subscribe to us on all of the platforms, iTunes, YouTube, etc., etc. And you can follow me at Hallmark My Words on Twitter. And Jess, where can people follow you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JessBSWblog.
And we'll be there for you.
That's right.
All right, Hallmarkies. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.